The fire alarm's going off again. Yeah, I was expecting on doing this video for a while, but after seeing how bad my college has gone downhill lately, I think there are a few things that needs to be addressed about how bad this college has gone lately. Today's video, as you guys are probably least expecting, College Shenanigans Part 2. Also note, this video was supposed to be released back in March, but due to delays, this video ended up being released now, so that's the reason why you're seeing this so late. If I had to address all the things that were wrong with my college right now, it'll probably take a whole year, but today I'm just going to go over a few things that have definitely been getting my nerves lately. The first thing that's going on is that they keep raising the prices for the food here on campus. This one was a recent one which I noticed over the past couple years. I remember my freshman year, it used to be $4.50 or something for like a sandwich, but now it's $6. You may be wondering, how much is your real swipe of being on campus? And unfortunately, it's $9. Well, during my freshman year, it used to be $8.80, but then they raised it to $9 for sophomore year. But since then, they have not raised it at all. It's even worse when there are certain things like fruits or like even like for example, bananas, for instance. You can get like a big banana on campus for 65 cents, but you get like a small banana, guess what? It still costs the same exact price. You expect, oh, it costs less for something like this, like that, but no, you'll charge you the exact same amount for that, which is just utterly ridiculous because you're not getting as much as you are with nutrients with bananas if it's just a small banana, but fortunately, they don't really care about that here. That'll be 65 cents for the banana. What? But this thing's practically a baby. Look at it. Look how small it is. I'm sorry, sir, but I don't make the rules. Now pay up. Yeah, not cool at all. Honestly, don't know why our campus does this, but something I'll never understand. Even just this past January, I got dinner at this pasta place in my dorm area, and they had this pasta noodles with sauce for like $5, but if you wanted to get chicken on it, guess what? It cost another $4. So I literally was like my entire meal swipe. I mean, look at this. Like, how's this even allowed? The next annoying thing that our campus seems to be having a major issue with lately is just getting rid of all the good places on campus. Like, for example, looking back to my freshman year, at least before the dreaded Carl took over the world, the campus food used to be really good. They had all kinds of stuff on campus, and the food seemed endless. Like, what you could get was just spectacular, awesome, be anything you wanted. During my sophomore year, I remember constantly going to this movie place that had the best movies. I even worked there for a period of time while in food service, and that place was flooded with people every single day. But then came the day that they shut it down, which actually happened, guess what? That following winter. Unfortunately, that definitely got a lot of attention from people, and not the good kind of attention either. That place ended up getting turned into a convenience store / salad area, which we honestly did not need another one of because there was already like 5 places of those on campus where you could already get salads, which the whole thing just turned out to be useless anyways. Then came the day that they got rid of the sandwich place that I used to go to as well. That place happened to be tucked away at the rec center, which were people would go to like, work out and all that stuff. The issue of this place was that not very many people knew about it. Unfortunately, I guess it was enough for our lovely campus to keep the place open, and unfortunately, it ended up being closed this past year. Another place that we would lose on campus was another dorm hall. It was actually like a dining hall within the dorm hall. And actually, going back to my freshman year, this place used to be very unique because they had pizzas, sandwich areas, pasta place, it had everything you can find in there. But then once Carl took over, it turned to a buffet, which I didn't have a problem with it at all. I mean, it was still good food, but this place we shut down 2 within a year. And as of my senior year, eating on campus just isn't fun anymore, mainly because the places that we left were either overcrowded with people or the food just lackluster, which seems to be a lot of lately. I myself have just been stuck eating sandwiches almost every day as a result of this because there really isn't anywhere else to go on campus to find good food anymore. Like, it's all just like junk food. Like, no one really wants junk food. But fortunately, this is what our campus only provided. Now, if you aren't convinced yet that this isn't as bad as you think it is, well, wait until you hear about the construction issues of our campus. Our campus has spent the past years demolishing a certain building that's been there since my freshman year, which I did end up staying in that year as well. And actually, this past February, they actually finished demolishing this building. But the issue of this was that they kept shutting down the places where we usually walk. Like, for example, like we had these 2 paths where we usually do walk on, which is what we call the cow path. Another path, which is actually the most busy path, is this general path people usually walk on. And guess what? Path they kept shutting down during this course of the school year. If you guessed the cow path, you're absolutely correct, because that's the path that they often are like, yeah, no one really wants to walk this path, but the truth is, I use that path every single day, even though it's not as popular as other path. Like, it's easier path to get to classes because it's away from people, and also it's pretty much like an area where it's like, oh, you can just see like trees and everything, but
Unfortunately, they just kept doing this. And they would also do this without warning too, half the time. However, they would send us emails about it, but the problem is with the emails is that no one really pays attention to your emails. I mean, if you're looking for your grade assignments, then yeah, pay attention to those. But when it comes to like stuff like construction work, I mean, no one really pays attention to that unless you're worried like you're getting your card towed away. But in this instance, like they would email people like, "Hey, we're gonna shut down this path for like a week or so." But when they would do this, it come off as annoying to a lot of people because again, no one really knows it's happening. Like I feel like the better way to let people know is to like send like a test notification saying, "Hey, we're closing this path down next week. Please make sure you don't run on this path." Like that would be much more pleasant than like just doing it without warnings. Like, "Hey, we're gonna shut this path down," and just like not let anyone else know. But because guess what? Bad communication from our campus. And even with the cow path, that's also an issue too because usually with the cow path, you usually have to go down this sidewalk to get to our classes, but lately they shut that part down too, and unfortunately you have to walk in the road, which means we're prone to being in the presence of cars, which unfortunately of this puts students' lives in danger. But our campus loves funding the destruction of the building instead of caring much more about students' lives. How fantastic! The final issue is something that has been going on for several years, and at this point, this issue itself involves the dorms. I'm sure a lot of you that are in college right now are in the good old dorms where you have the shared bathrooms with like, what, 12, 18 people? With my dorm, we have these bathroom pods within the bathroom where you find your toilet and your shower. Lately, I've noticed a lack of care for mainly with people leaving gosh knows what there on the shower floors or even on the bathroom floors too. There may be some days where I just have a hard time trying to find a pod where there's nothing on the floor, like black spots or like some gross hair in the tub or something like that. Like it's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure there are a couple of lovely people out there who are doing this without caring for others on the floor. It even got so bad to the point where I literally started calling people out on in chat, which is a chat we usually share for discussing problems with like things we're going for, like, oh yeah, hey, don't burn your food in the microwave, or don't do this on the floor, like and stuff like that. But of course in the chat I brought up to people like, hey, like please keep out yourself in the bathroom, but unfortunately the problem persisted. It even got so bad to the point where my RA had to get involved in the whole issue, saying that if these people wouldn't stop doing this, that there would be a whole meeting for the entire floor about it, which I found to be a pleasant solution to this whole issue. But even after that, guess what? The problem did not go away. Overall, there are just a lot of issues with this campus in general. A few other notable ones that I can also bring up is the fact that they pay minimum wage. It was also minimum wage here in our state is $7.25, which I don't understand why it's that low still to this day. Like, can we just raise the freaking minimum wage already? Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous. And then there's also a charge for other things that go wrong in the dorm, like for example, you break a toilet seat or other stuff. Well, guess what? Your floor is paying for that too. At this point, our campus just seems very hungry for just funding development of new buildings on campus, along with demolishing old ones. Like, come on, guys. And they're not to mention they're also in the cahoots of the Illuminati. Just kidding with the last one. I guess I got a little carried away there, but still. My university has some serious issues that need to be addressed because the longer I'm here, the more I want to escape it.
And that's it for this video. Well, thank you guys for joining another rant. They're around this college Shenanigans from this university, and yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I did graduate. So no longer I'm at this full still. Yeah, most of these claims are probably aged like milk now because I'm no longer at the school, so yeah. But either way, even past this, I'll be making more stories from all Shenanigans, and that will be speculated on after a few more Xtreme story videos we do have planned. All up coming up very soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in our video next time.